Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So, interesting setup brewing here on the 8 hour. So, this flag is still in play. And when we looked at yesterday, you can see we kind of bounced off the bottom of the trend line we drew in, and we are also in this area. I'm just going to put two levels in here. I'll explain now what I'm doing. So, you can see there is a swing low. There was a rejection of it. There was an attempt at it. And there's another swing low. Swing high. There's another swing high there. So that, you can see all the structure inside here. There's also a Brooks gap which lines up with this one, which is why it's quite important. And that's this tail here. That is 12,936. So those are the levels we need to pay attention to. Pay attention to the oscillators right now. You have diversions brewing here. So there's your previous swing low. You can argue that that was a previous swing low actually. Price is higher, but the oscillator is lower. We are separating on the oscillators quite far apart. Remember, if we start crossing over when we're far apart, that it's going to trigger a fairly strong move up, and then a break of this flag to the upside is going to get interesting. So we definitely on the 8 hour looking for a break above 13,375 to validate this continuation to the upside, and your target area is going to be 13,800. We need that break up there first. We've got a crossover of the faster moving averages, but we're still below the 155 EMA. So trend is still down technically as far as I'm concerned. We need to get above this level, and that would validate, as I said yesterday, a pretty big inverse head and shoulders with a double bottom in play as well. And this pullback here is coming to test the double bottom neckline, which is here. So with all that noise in your head, let's just get through the time frames. 3 hour, nothing much changing. It does look like we've got some buyers coming in here on this previous structure, but it's weak follow through. So let's just get down lower. We're looking for a strong bit of follow through. And I don't think you're going to get the strong follow through at the moment, not until the Feds come out tonight. So you can see yesterday pretty much just drifting and big up, big down, big up, big down. No real structure. We broke through a sideways range, as you can see, but as I pointed out yesterday, we're sort of forming a channel. Now at the moment, oscillators starting to be up the upside in amongst the moving averages here. You see that crossover. So we start dropping below the structure that I've given you, and let's just run through all of them. So you start dropping below 13,063, 13,015, 1300, and then 12,936. Then you do have a magnet to the downside being this gap here, but then you've got potentially a move to the downside. So in other words, then the channel would fall away, and then this range, you could actually even call it a flat top triangle. So if I extend this back like that, and then just pay attention to that top diagonal and this horizontal line here, that looks like a flat bottom triangle, and this looks like a retest of that for a break to the downside. So way too much going on here for the bulls and the bears right now. If you look at the 15 minute, you can see yesterday was one way traffic pretty much down, but at the moment we are stuck in amongst all the moving averages. So I'm still sit on hands here. It's just going to play out to the 8 hour. I'm really still sit on hands here. We start dropping below these structures here. You're going to have to take out some of these lows before your shorts actually make sense. At the moment, this is looking poised as a flag and a potential rounding bottom that is forming, but I need to see us break above 13,375 before I have that confidence to start taking longs. So at the moment, I won't say confusing, but it's just it's swinging wildly up and down. You've got algorithms that are trading this at the moment, and this is very typical of a rounding bottom. So very typical of a major trend reversal or an attempt at a trend reversal. So it's not necessarily that it is a trend reversal just yet, but it is typical price action. So my advice is be cautious. This little rejection that's happened now with a crossover of the moving averages could trigger another leg down, but you are going to be held up by one of these levels I've given you here. So 1300 to me would be probably the round number to pay attention to, as I said yesterday. So, probably find some support there, which would more than likely line up with the bottom of this channel again. So if you just look carefully what's happening, you've got the bears that are going to be trading this triangle, this flat top triangle, flat bottom triangle, sorry, and you're going to have the bulls that are going to be trading this flag break to the upside. So there's two patterns, one for each. And the question is which one is going to play out, and I don't have that answer. I'd wait for confirmation before we start looking at that. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view today. Sit quietly, wait for the noise to finish, wait for the Feds to come out, wait for the data to come out today. There's a bit of some big results coming out as well today and tomorrow, so that may also impact us right now. But for me at the moment, this is just sit quietly, wait for something to happen. So wait for the bulls to get control or the bears to get control, and then just ride the ride with them. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.